Welcome back to Global Leaders. My name is Rajiv Mothie, and as promised, I have with us the Queen of Joy. Zaira, how you doing?
I'm all good, thanks. How are you, Rajiv?
Fantastic. Now, I know you've been doing some incredible work in the community, philanthropy, making people look good, feel good, and most importantly, become a better version of themselves. So, tell me a bit more about you. Who is Zaira?
Oh dear, I've done 1,000 interviews, and this is always the most difficult question that you can ask. Who am I? Who am I really? So, essentially, I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother to a beautiful, feisty 3-year-old little boy. Um, I'm a transformational coach. Um, I'm founder of the Pixie Foundation, an NPO that I've always wanted to create, and alhamdulillah, I have. So, that's about 3 years old now. And I'm a podcast producer. I'm a freelance columnist for print media. And essentially, what I do now is I am owner of the Zaheera Bayat hair, scalp, and skin aesthetic studios. So we've got one at the Greenside Medical Clinic and one in the National.
So you wear many different hats. I can see philanthropy, um, and I love the whole concept of the hair, scalp, and beauty, essentially. How, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So the difference between us and another aesthetic studio, I suppose, is for me, I'm very big on going clean and going green. I think we live in a society where women are so conditioned to be beautiful, to be that fabulous, perfect version that society demands, that we end up going through different channels, wrong channels, all in the name of fabulosity. And being restoration or restorative studios that we are, we see the end result of all of these treatments or whatever it is that women are doing out there. And it's not the best thing, let me tell you that. So our studios focus on chemical free hair and skin restoration. That's what we do. We also create and design our products, which is specific for you, because what you would require is not necessarily what I would require, right? We also focus on the digital microscopic scalp and skin analysis that essentially gives us a 99.9% accuracy on what is happening with your scalp, with your skin. And I think the problem is most people out there are treating hair when it is your scalp that needs help. So why treat your hair when your scalp needs the help?
I think that's so interesting because I've got some very influential friends who, I mean, have literally everything they want, but hair is something that each one of us, I'm truly blessed, thank God. It's got quite a bit of hair here, but the the reality of it is, I think we need to get to the root of the root of the problem. No, no, no pun intended. Get to the root of the problem, and it's so nice to see that you've branched off into different avenues and making a difference in different fronts. Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the philanthropy work you do? And I know it's quite a bit because I see you in the papers a lot, and I hear people talking about you a lot. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So I think what I'm doing with my foundation is I find that I become divinely inspired um, by my own life experiences, and that I think is spearheads my next campaign. So one of my favorite campaigns that I would like to mention or make mention here is the Hug a Baby campaign. That was inspired by the birth of my grandson 3 years ago, and we brought it's about bringing awareness, solution. To baby dumping and abandonment in South Africa. And I think that is something very serious that nobody really takes a look at seriously. We've got like 3,000 babies a year in Gauteng alone that are dumped. And these are only the ones that are documented. So, what about the ones that are not documented? So, it's a very real pandemic, dare I say. And I think we need to bring more light to something like this.
Wow, and you're quite right. That is a serious thing that's going on right now. And I think to everybody who's watching this, and if you're one of those people who care about an initiative of this sort, we need to get involved. I mean, it's something that I'm passionate about, and I'll definitely contact you and find out how we can get involved and how we can share awareness. If you're not in a position to maybe contribute financially, maybe you can get your resources involved. You can share it on social media, get your friends and family. And I think that's what's important about doing good work. It's not just about money, but it's about bringing together the nation and bringing together people Role model. Role models are two words I have for a personality of yourself, a great entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and a person who's making a difference in the community. I know there's a lot of young girls out there who want to be just like you when they grow up, and most importantly, make a difference. What advice would you give to them?
This is fun. I think of all the non-pharmaceutical narcotics out there, self-pity has got to be the most addictive. I think most of us in society fall into this rut of a victim mindset, and we become so obsessed with scrolling literally or traipsing through the lives of other people or other people's social media pages, and we constantly ask ourselves, why me or why not me? And this is something that we need to snap out of. um, is something that I want to share with you. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentions in the Quran, He says human beings were created as ashraful makhluqat. It means the paragon of His creation. And that means the best of the best. So if we were created in the best of the best, why is it that we constantly seeking validation from outside influences when we have everything that we need right inside within ourselves? So we need to stop literally traipsing the lives of other people and look inside yourself. Everything you see that she has, nobody lives in a glass house, let me tell you that. So whatever you think is somebody else has, you have even more of that within yourself. And that is something you need to hone into and just find it. Find your own magic. Do you.
I like that. Do you find your own magic? And I love when you share stories from scriptures that are so powerful, that are making a difference. So, guys, here it is, live right here. You watching this? Drop a comment, share this with somebody that you feel needs this right now, who's in a space of their life that needs to hear this. Zaira, what is your secrets to success? Now, I know a lady of your caliber, of your schedule. I think that's the bottom line, because my mentor always said, Rajiv, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. How do you do all of this? What is the secret?
You gotta laugh at yourself, Rajiv. You gotta laugh at yourself often because you're gonna make boo boos. And if you're gonna be too serious, I think it's pompous, it's petty, it's monumentally useless to be so serious with yourself. We need to be able to cut ourselves some slack and laugh at yourself more often. Um, I think that's one of the main reasons. And there are no rules. So whenever you want to do something in life or something new, there'll be a host of people coming to you and saying, do this way, do it my way, or do it that way, or use that person as your inspiration. Nothing wrong with having someone that inspires you, but there are no rules. I've been on an entrepreneurial journey for the past, 12, 15 years, and something I have learned is take all those books and burn them. You create what you want, what you feel is best for you, work with that, provided your basis and your foundation of business must have integrity, must have honesty, um, must have Allah consciousness, and have transparency. And that's it, really.
Wow. Wow. And also such a motivational speaker. So is that another one we're going to be adding to the title? I see, transformational coach, essentially. So, guys, here you have it. I mean, this has been such a phenomenal interview. I've learned so much. I've learned so much from you. And I think the work that you're doing is truly phenomenal. Any last words to all your fans out there? I know you have so many youngsters and so many prodigies that you are grooming, that you're working with on a daily basis. Any special words?
Throughout my journey, I have always been told at some junction, some point in anything I did, you're too bossy. And there's nothing wrong with that word, really, but I'm not a fan of it being used in a negative connotation. So, if being beautiful, if being smart, if being confident and assertive and having the ability to create magic comes across as bossy, darling, I'm not bossy. I am the boss.
Oh my God, what a kickoff to season 4 Global Leaders. You have just heard it from Zaheera Bayat, live right here from Hilton Santon. My name is Rajiv Mothie, and I've got one thing left to say. You guys have just been motivated.